lovely, blue-eyed, and young. Her figure suggested Valkyrie robustness. On a silver cord around her neck she wore one of the omnipresent folk talismans, a brass figure of the female optiman Callipine. The breeder cult nonsense and religious overtones of the figure did not escape Dr. Svengard. He suppressed a sneer. The Durants were parents, however, and robust, living testimony to the skill of the surgeon who had cut them. Dr. Svengard allowed himself a moment of pride in his profession. Not many people could enter the tight little group of subcellular engineers who kept human variety within bounds. Nurse Washington paused in the door behind the Durants, said, "Dr. Svengard, Harvey, and Lizbeth Durant." She left without waiting for acknowledgments. Nurse Washington's timing and discretion always were exquisitely correct. The Durants. "How nice," Dr. Svengard said. "I hope my nurse didn't bore you with all those forms and questions. But I guess you knew you were letting yourselves in for all that routine when you asked to watch." "We understand," Harvey Durant said, and he thought, "Asked to watch, indeed. Does this old fake think he can pull his little tricks on us?" Dr. Svengard noted the rich, compelling baritone of the man's voice. It bothered him, added to his dislike. "We don't want to take any more of your time than absolutely necessary," Lizbeth Durant said. She clasped her husband's hand and through their secret code of finger pressures said, "Do you read him? He doesn't like us." Harvey's fingers responded, "He's a starey prig, so full of pride in his position that he's half blind." The woman's no-nonsense tone annoyed Dr. Svengard. She already was staring around the lab, quick, searching looks. "I must keep control here," he thought. He crossed to them, shook hands. Their palms were sweaty. Nervous. Good, Dr. Svengard thought. The sound of a via pump at his left seemed reassuringly loud to him then. You could count on the pump to make parents nervous. That was why the pumps were loud. Dr. Svengard turned toward the sound, indicated a sealed crystal vat on a force field stand near the lab's center. The pump sound came from the vat. "Here we are," Dr. Svengard said. Lizbeth stared at the vat's milky, translucent surface. She wet her lips with her tongue. "In there, and as safe as can be," Dr. Svengard said. He cherished the small hope then that the Durants might yet leave, go home, and await the outcome. Harvey took his wife's hand, patted it. He too stared at the vat. "We understand you've called in this specialist," he said. "Dr. Potter," Svengard said, "from Central." He glanced at the nervous movements of the Durants' hands, noting the omnipresent tattooed index fingers, gene type and station. They could add the coveted V for viable now, he thought, and he suppressed a momentary jealousy. "Dr. Potter." "Yes," Harvey said. Through their hands he signaled Lizbeth. "Notice how he said Central." "How could I miss it?" she responded. Central, she thought. The place conjured pictures of the lordly optimen, but this made her think of the cyborgs who secretly opposed the optimen, and the whole thing filled her with profound disquiet. She could afford to think of nothing but her son now. "We know Potter's the best there is," she said, "and we don't want you to think we're just being emotional and fearful. But we're going to watch," Harvey said, and he thought, this stiff-necked surgeon had better realize we know our legal rights. "I see," Dr. Svengard said. "Damn these fools," he thought. But he held his voice to a soothing monotone and said, "Your concern is a matter of record. I admire it. However, the consequences—" He left the words hanging there, reminding them that he had legal rights too, could make the cut with or without their permission, and couldn't be held responsible for any upset to the parents. Public Law 10927 was clear and direct. Parents might invoke it.